What's going on? What's going on? I'm excited. It's your boy Lewis Shine, and hey, we are about 22 days out from the start of the PHA preview weekend. I am so excited. Been working on this thing for a little time now. I can remember, when me and my wife first moved back to the Chicagoland area. Um, I was really thinking about trying to get a team in the league at that point, and then the pandemic happened a few weeks later, shut everything down. So, naturally, I wasn't even thinking about like trying to start a team or a league or anything like that. That just wasn't the thing that I was thinking about because people were not they were not gathering. You know what I'm saying? So, fast forward years and 2022 came, and people started gathering in the sports facilities and things like that, and it really brought hope back to me. I was coaching in college, and I tried for probably about a couple years up in there to try to get back in coaching. It just didn't happen. So I actually started transitioning, and so I started looking, just at the landscape of just basketball, especially with the minor leagues, and just trying to see where I could potentially fit in again with like a team or something like that. And so I was like, you know what? I just couldn't really find anything that I was like, man, that's a go. And even in my area, just really was like, man, I would like to really stay close to the Midwest and Chicagoland area. And so the thought came to me one day is like, start your own league, So I started out on this journey probably in like 2022, late 2022. And when 2023 hit, me and my wife, we started driving around, and we went to so many different cities just looking at venues and talking to mayors and things of that nature. And before you know it, it just kind of came to me like, why don't you look right where you are, So I started looking in the region, Northwest Indiana, and it's like, wow, there's basketball, it's a basketball haven here, first of all. But with there not being any pro basketball here anywhere, it just really fit. And so, just really started talking to the different places and different cities and things of that nature. And we just stumbled upon being able to have pro basketball in the region again. So we have coming up our preview weekend where we're actually going to preview the product for the most part of the PHA, the Professional Hoops Association, and really give the fans of Northwest Indiana a weekend of our product and what it is going to feel like on a game day and the hype of a game day and things of that nature, so that they can get introduced to what's to come, which at that point will launch in May of 2026. And so we'll have a full 10 months after this preview season to really get things geared up to have a full season next year. But we wanted to do something this year and not wait a whole year, but we had already had the brand out there. We had a lot of things going. And so we wanted to get things a little more introduced to where the community can actually not only see it, hear about it, but they can actually come out and feel it. And so this is what the preview weekend is about, coming up on July 18th and July 19th. We're going to play those two games at 7 p.m. on those days at Calumet College St. Joseph's. And we're going to have a lot of the guys, the basketball players out there. They're going to be showcasing their talents. For them, it's going to be, real deal. It's not so much a preview for them because a lot of them guys are looking to get jobs and things like that. So we'll have people in the house, agents and teams represented and things of that nature that are, going to be RSVPing and things of that nature, so that they can come in and look at these guys, as well as our games will be streamed live. So there'll be people all over the world looking at our games and looking at the guys that'll be playing. So for them, it's like for real, because we're really trying to help them. As far as the league overall, it's a preview. So these are more like they're real games, but they're exhibition in nature just because we're not playing for record or trying to win a championship or anything. But it'll feel just like a game day. So it's going to be amazing, and I'm so excited. So we're actually over here working on, we're going to be releasing a young man coming up here within the next hour. And so, some of the graphic things that we just work on and, get perfected so that we can, put things out there and get excited. So make sure you check things out. PHA Hoops on all platforms. Follow us on our platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, PHA Hoops, because that's where our games will be streamed live, which you can watch those. Spending my evening watching some documentaries and things like that, sports documentaries, and doing some work on the laptop. And that's about it. So I just wanted to check in with you guys, let you guys know what's going on with me. Make sure you follow the PHA. It's going to be amazing. We are just getting started. It's a journey for sure, building this thing up to be that viable entity in the space of basketball, to help a lot of guys, not only communities but the players. I was a former player, and someone helped me during that time, especially where I didn't have numbers coming out of college that I should have had, or just needed another platform to play on to showcase my skills. And so that's where my heart comes out to help other guys, because I was that guy that needed help, and someone helped me. A few people helped me, and so I love to be able to help those guys that find themselves in that situation, wanting to play pro ball, but somewhere life happened, things happened, had to leave school, or couldn't afford school, had to work, or went to a school, they had their favorites, didn't get the playing time. It's so many situations that happen. And one of the beauties of being able to start this league is because, I don't have to wait for someone to help somebody. I can choose to help them. I talk to people all the time, and sometimes there's just different circumstances that go with helping people. Like, they're looking for a guy that is D1, or if they're D1, they gotta, have a certain average, or, and then, of course, it's their prerogative. You can look for whoever you like. But more times than none, there's just so many guys out here that, seem that they don't fit the criteria of what a lot of the pro teams are looking for. And so, why I love doing what I'm doing now is because I can help them to get some of the things by giving them a place to play, some of the attributes that they may not have, help them get there, so that now the teams and the agents and the agencies and organizations that are looking, now these guys have some accolades and some attributes that are now helping them get in those doors that they once could not get into. It's a beauty in that. And so I love doing it. It's fun. I've helped a lot of guys already. Some guys that I've helped, they're still overseas playing, which is a good thing. Been over there for 9-10 years, and so it's fun. It's just fun when you feel like, you're in your place. And this was one of the things that sometimes I find myself even on the phone when I shouldn't be, just trying to help guys, get jobs and stuff like that. And there's other things I should be doing. All that to say is, that it's a true calling when you're drawn away to do it, so it's fun for me. I love to do it, and I'm excited about what I'm doing now. And so make sure you guys check out the PHA, phahoops.com, PHA Hoops on all social media. Subscribe to PHA Hoops on YouTube. You can watch our games. If you're not local to the Chicagoland area or can't make it here, you can watch our games on there. July 18th, 19th, 7 p.m. It's going to be amazing. Talk to you guys soon.